Hi YouTube, Bullhornbetty here. We are still following the Stephanie Shenefield case. It was brought to my attention that William Charles Redden, which has been charged in connection with her disappearance, he has not yet been charged with anything related potentially to a murder, manslaughter, or anything of that nature. I did call to confirm a couple things, but I want you to look at this new charge. Hi guys, Bullhornbetty here. I'm still following this case related to Stephanie Shenefield and William Charles Redden. He has additional charges. He received his arraignment. He went to his arraignment, rather. He received the bond that was placed on him when he was arrested, which was the $100,000 for the moving Stephanie and placing her in the ditch, which was abuse to a corpse. And then he had the firearm charge, in possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and a charge for an altered firearm, which had a serial number scratched off. And so I found out today that he was actually rearrested while in custody. Let's take a look at what the new charges are. There is the gentleman right there, William Charles Redden, which is responsible for Stephanie Shenefield. Maybe it's alleged that he is responsible for her death. He has not yet been charged in connection with her death, but rather with her being removed from his house. If you recall, her friends had spoken about how she was on blood pressure medicine, and the day before, which was that Thursday, June 2nd, she was complaining of her heart hurting. So it's very possible that this could have been an overdose or a heart attack. Either way, this gentleman here is a well-known drug dealer in Palmetto, and she went to his house, leaving her house about 1 o'clock in the morning, arriving at his house about 1:30 in the morning, and she was there until he was seen on video camera dragging her out in a sheet to his car. They watched him place her in his car and drive off with her in the back seat. As many of you know, yesterday she was found in a ditch. It is alleged that he placed her there because he was the one seen leaving with her lifeless body. So there's also an additional charge on him right now, and it's tamper with or fabricate physical evidence. So it looked like he tried to cover up a crime. We don't know what that crime will be. Will Charles Redden be charged in connection with Stephanie's death? I am monitoring this case very closely. It is most likely that he will be arraigned either later today, or in the morning, depending on when he was actually charged with the additional charge of tampering with evidence. So he's got an additional $100,000 bond added to his $108,000 bond that was previously on him. So now it's up to $208,000 for this gentleman here that most likely is responsible or contributed to Stephanie's death. We will keep you updated. Thank you all. God bless each and every one of you. So what this means is that in addition to him disposing or dumping Stephanie in that ditch, he also tried to cover up something. So they've got him for tampering with evidence. That's the new charge. He has additional charges now. His bond is $208,000. There are people in this town that are a little concerned. So they actually believe he bonded out yesterday and then was rearrested. That is not the case. Listen here.
where you can find information on recent arrest, visitation, bond information, dispatch calls, and much more. A detailed phone listing for our agency is also available. Please stay on the line for more options. To file a report, press 1. For the jail, press 3. For the Uniform Patrol Division and the Enforcement Bureau, press 4. For a detective in the Investigative Division.
For booking, bonds, and inmate information, press 1. For general...
Wait while I transfer your call.
Okay, this is Karen. How can I help you? Okay, just a moment. Yes, he is. He was in custody. Yes, he was. All right. Bye-bye.
As you see from the Manatee County Sheriff's booking agent, William Charles Redden was in custody when he was rearrested for the additional crimes. I don't foresee him being bonded out because there's going to be more charges coming. So what's going to end up happening is he's just going to, if he does bond out, he's going to bond out. They're going to arrest him for another charge that they find evidence of. He's going to have to come back to jail, be booked, and re-bonded. And this is going to add up. He's not going to be able to do this. I have a funny feeling he's just going to sit be until trial. But we don't know. We don't know. I am following this case. I'm curious about what your thoughts are. There's a lot of things that are coming up. Will William Charles Redden ever be charged criminally for either murder, manslaughter, any of those things in connection with her death? We don't know because, as we heard from her best friend, she was talking about having some heart pain in her chest the day before she disappeared. We know that she was most likely over at William Redden's house using. So those two things may be a key factor here in whether or not William Charles Redden will be charged in connection with her death. The autopsy was performed, my understanding is the autopsy was performed yesterday on Friday. And we should most likely get a report out within the next 2 weeks, sometimes a little sooner, sometimes a little later, but there is an autopsy and I'm confident a toxicology report will be part of that process. We should know a little more about what is going on at that time. I am going to do the best that I can to keep you guys updated on this case from start to finish. So please stay tuned and we will keep you guys up to date, and I will be letting everybody know if and when he does bond out of jail. Thank you and God bless.